Hey friends, so nice to see you today. Today we're going to talk a little bit about adventure books. I wonder if you can think of any characteristics that you would find in an adventure book. Watch this video and find out more. All right, I've got some adventure books for you to look at. I'm going to share a few that are here in our school library. Peak by Roland Smith. Roland Smith is a great author who writes many adventure stories. This book is about a boy named Peak Marcello, and he is 14 years old, and his father, whom he doesn't live with, but he picks back up with them again in the story, wants him to become the youngest kid to climb Mount Everest. Lost in the Antarctic, the doomed voyage of the Endurance. Great adventure story. Gordon Corman, another really great adventure novelist, The Titanic, Book 1, Unsinkable. Remember when I went through the characteristics of adventure books and I mentioned that usually the kids are left alone with no adults and they have to find a way to survive? That happens in this book, Alan Gratz's Refugee. Very, very interesting story. It's actually 3 stories of 3 different kids from 3 different times in history. So this one could actually be considered historical fiction as well. I am going to share my screen. We are going to start at bradfordsouth.com. And once we get here, we're going to go to reading and books. And we're going to look for that Broncos football. Here it is. Takes a moment to load. You will need to be logged in for this. So I'm going to click log in. And always, when you get the option, Jeffco login. There are 2, actually 3 ways to search through here. The first way would be to enter a search in the search bar. So if you saw one of those books that I showed and you wanted to look it up, like Refugee, you could just type that in the search bar. Oh, and look, they're all on hold because it says there is everything's checked out. So please let me pause here and say, don't put anything on hold that's checked out. You won't get it in time for your book report. So I'm going to just type adventure maybe in here. search, and now I'm going to need to filter my results, okay? Over here, notice it says 200 plus results. The reason why I have 200 plus results is it is bringing up any book also that has the word adventure in the title. So I want to go down here under genre, and I'm going to choose action adventure fiction. Do you think I should choose action adventure comics? No, definitely not. Your teachers do not want you reading a comic book for a book report. Can you borrow one and read it for fun? Absolutely. But I'm going to choose here action and adventure fiction. Start noticing my results change. I want to also filter because I see a lot of books that are out by availability. So I'm going to click availability and I'm going to click the word in so that I only see books that are in. So now my results are getting smaller. You can see I only have 55 results here. I'm going to look through and see what I might like to read. Now notice here, Macbee Spy Kid is a book that is in. Is it a fiction book? Yes, it says fic in the title, in the call number right here. This one, How to Be a Bigger Bunny, is not a fiction book. It says E. That is because it is an everybody picture book. Your teachers do not want you checking out everybody picture books. Now, notice this book, Boxcar Children, says check out instead of hold. Please remember, if it says hold, that means it is a book you can hold in your hand. It's a physical book. If it says check out, that means it is an electronic book that you can read. Check with your teachers. If it's okay to read an electronic book, go for it. So I'm here, and let's say I want to put Time Jumpers on hold. I'm going to just click hold, and it's on hold for me. If I change my mind, I just click unhold, and my hold is removed. Okay, so that is one way to search for an adventure book. I'm going to click on Discover, and I'm going to show you a second way. The second way, if you scroll down to the bottom, is to look under Collections. I have created a group of books that I recommend that are adventure books. Click on the collection to see it. Okay, maybe I want to know more about Audacity Jones to the Rescue. Maybe I want to hold that book. Well, I need to look at it first, right? So I click on the book and I can read a synopsis, a little summary of the book. In 1910, Audacity Jones is an 11-year-old orphan living in a monstrous life at Miss Maisie's school for wayward girls, and she's wondering why nothing exciting ever happens. But when the mysterious Commodore Crutchfield whisks her away to Washington, D.C., she finds herself involved in a sinister and dangerous plot. Wow, that sounds like a great book. If I want to put it on hold, I click hold here. Remember, if I don't want it, I can unhold it. Okay, so that is a second way by using collections. The third way to search would be to look under topics, which are actually genres, and click adventure. Now you get the option to filter again. Look at all these books that are checked out already. I'm going to click on availability. I'm going to click on in. Okay. Now I am going to come down here because I want to make sure that I get the correct level for me. I don't want any first grade adventure books. So I'm going to click interest level, and I'm going to change this to third, the minimum, and the maximum maybe to fifth grade. And I click apply. Watch my results change down to 119. So now I can look through and you'll notice some of them are electronic books. Some of them are books that are here. Now, maybe I don't want to see those electronic books. Well, there is another filter I can apply. I'm going to look here under format and change that format to book, not ebook. And now I'm only seeing books that are here and books that are in my level, books that I can put on hold. Now, of course, you might still see a few of those ebooks like this, fortunately, unfortunately. Do not put an ebook on hold. An E meaning everybody for that one. Okay, one last thing I want to show you. If you accidentally put things on hold and you're trying to find them to unhold them, click on the menu, the 3 lines, the hot dogs, and you're going to click where it says My Stuff, and you go where it says Holds, and then you would be able to click Unhold. Okay, my friends, I hope that that is helpful to you, and I look forward to getting your hold books ready. Please have them all held on Friday so I have time to pull them. Thank you, friends. See you soon.